Have you ever stopped to consider the history and importance of papermaking? It's a captivating tale that stretches back over 2 millennia with its roots in ancient China. The invention of paper was a game-changer, a revolutionary stride that propelled us into a new era of communication and knowledge-sharing. Its significance to human civilization cannot be overstated. Just think about it. Before paper, we etched our stories on stone or inscribed them onto parchment, processes that were laborious and limited. The advent of paper democratized knowledge, transforming it into a commodity that could be easily produced, transported and consumed. But it's not just about communication and education. Paper has played a crucial role in the world of art. From intricate origami creations to soulful watercolor landscapes, paper has served as a canvas for the human imagination for centuries. It's a testament to our need to create, to express, to communicate, and perhaps most importantly, to remember. Moreover, the art of papermaking itself is a testament to our ingenuity. It's a process that has been refined and perfected over centuries, a delicate dance between the hands of the artisan and the raw materials of the earth. Indeed, the art of papermaking is as fascinating as it is essential. But what exactly goes into making paper? Well, the primary ingredient is wood, specifically from trees like pine, spruce, gum and birch. These trees provide cellulose fibers, the building blocks of paper. Not all trees are created equal, though. The type of tree used can greatly influence the texture, color and strength of the final product. Next up is water. Lots and lots of water. This isn't just any old tap water, mind you. It's often treated to maintain a specific pH level and to be free from any impurities that could adversely affect the paper's quality. Now let's talk chemicals. There are a variety of chemicals used in papermaking, each serving a unique purpose. For instance, a chemical called sodium hydroxide is used to remove lignin, the substance that binds cellulose fibers together in the wood. Removal of lignin results in a whiter and more flexible paper. Other chemicals like calcium carbonate and titanium dioxide are added to improve the brightness and opacity of the paper. So you see, papermaking is a bit like making a cake. The type of wood is your flour, water is your liquid ingredient, and the chemicals are the baking powder and sugar, each adding their own unique properties to the mix. The quality of paper is indeed a testament to the careful selection and combination of these raw materials. Now that we know the ingredients, it's time to delve into the process of papermaking. Our journey begins in the forest, where trees are harvested for their wood. This isn't your average lumberjack operation, though. Papermakers carefully select specific types of trees that yield long, strong fibers, crucial for creating high-quality paper. Once the trees are cut down and stripped of their bark, they're ready for the next step, pulping. Pulping is where the transformation truly begins. Imagine a giant blender, whirring away and turning the wood into a thick, soupy mixture called pulp. But it's not just wood in there. The pulp also contains water and a variety of chemicals, all mixed together to break down the wood's natural structure and separate the fibers. Next, the pulp is washed and screened to remove any lingering impurities. Picture a giant sieve, sifting out the unwanted elements and leaving behind the clean, pure pulp. This pulp is then bleached to remove any remaining color, resulting in a bright white mixture. Now we're ready for the formation of the paper sheet. The wet pulp is spread out on a wire mesh, allowing the water to drain away and leaving behind a mat of intertwined fibers. This fiber mat then goes through a series of rollers, which squeeze out even more water and start to bond the fibers together. At this point, we have a delicate, damp sheet of paper. But it's not quite ready for your next masterpiece or your bestseller. It's still too wet and fragile. So it's time for the next step, drying. The paper is passed over heated cylinders, which evaporate the remaining water and give the paper its final strength and thickness. This intricate process is only halfway through. Stick around to see how a simple sheet transforms into the paper we use every day. A sheet of paper is just the beginning. So what happens next? Once the pulp has been transformed into a wet sheet, it's time for the second half of the papermaking process: pressing, drying, sizing, and finishing. These steps are not merely formalities, They play a pivotal role in defining the texture, weight and appearance of the final product. Pressing is the first step. Here, the wet sheet of paper is passed through a series of rollers to squeeze out the excess water. This process not only reduces the water content, but also starts to form the paper into a more solid, compact sheet. Next, we move on to drying. The still damp and fragile paper is carefully passed over heated cylinders. As the paper dries, it begins to shrink, further solidifying its structure. This stage is critical for determining the paper's final dimensions and flatness. The third step in this process is sizing. This involves treating the paper with a substance to make it less absorbent. The size, usually a type of starch or gelatin, coats the paper fibers and fills in any tiny gaps. This process is vital for the paper's performance. It affects how the paper will react to ink or paint, preventing it from blotting or feathering. Finally, we reach the finishing stage. This is where the magic truly happens, where the paper gets its distinctive feel and look. The dried and sized paper is put through various treatments to give it the desired texture. It might be calendared, where it's pressed between hard rollers to make it smooth and shiny. Or perhaps it's embossed to create a raised pattern on the surface. Each of these steps, pressing, drying, sizing and finishing, is a craft in itself, requiring a keen eye for detail and a delicate touch. Each step is a testament to the careful and complex craftsmanship that goes into creating something as seemingly simple as a sheet of paper. And voila, you have the paper, a product of careful and complex craftsmanship. Paper making, like many other industries, has not been immune to modernization. The age-old craft has been meticulously refined, embracing the marvels of technology while preserving the integrity of its traditional essence. Over the centuries, the paper-making process has evolved from labor-intensive to becoming more machine-driven. This shift has harnessed the power of automation, which has not only made the process more efficient but also more precise. Imagine machines, large and complex, yet designed with a finesse that replicates the delicate art of papermaking. These machines, with their vast networks of rollers, belts and gears, have taken over the tasks of pulping, sheet formation and drying. They've made it possible to produce paper in greater volumes, faster and with consistent quality. But modernization in papermaking isn't solely about mechanization, it's also about innovation. New techniques have emerged that allow for more sustainable production, like the use of recycled materials and eco-friendly chemicals. These advancements have made papermaking a more environmentally conscious process. The beauty of this modernization lies in its balance. It's a harmonious blend of the latest technology and age-old artistry, where each complements the other. And despite the rapid digitalization of our world, paper has managed to retain its relevance, its charm. Even in an increasingly digital world, the art and science of papermaking continue to evolve. As we come to a close, let's revisit the key points we've learned today. We've journeyed through the rich history of papermaking, an art that has transformed civilizations, fueled knowledge, and shaped the world as we know it today. From the ancient Egyptians' papyrus to the Chinese invention of paper as we recognize it, this humble material has a story to tell. We've discovered the simple yet fascinating ingredients of paper: wood, water and chemicals, each playing a crucial role in creating this everyday item. We've explored the intricate process of papermaking, a symphony of steps from pulping to bleaching, forming to pressing and drying to finishing. A process that has been perfected over centuries and continues to evolve today. We've also delved into the art of paper finishing, an often overlooked but significant part of the journey. The texture, the weight, the color, each a conscious choice that adds to the character of the final product. Finally, we've observed the modernization of papermaking, a testament to humanity's relentless pursuit of efficiency and innovation. From manual labor to mechanization, from traditional to digital, the papermaking industry has embraced change while preserving its essence. Next time you jot down a note or open a book, take a moment to appreciate the art and science behind the humble sheet of paper.